We'll go back to C103 News.
First up, day school versus night school. Let's take a look. Day school came out on top of this game.
Tough loss for night school. This next segment will take a look at the dangers of do-it-yourself piercings.
I'm here with Crystal and she's going to tell me about her bad piercing experience. What happened?
Okay, when I was about 13, I got the idea in my head that I wanted a belly button piercing, and so I took a sewing needle and I pierced my belly button, but I didn't have a belly button ring, but I had a tongue ring that was my cousin's, and I figured that that would work, and it didn't work. It ended up getting really, really badly infected, and it did scar, but over the years the scar went away.
Cool. Would you do it again?
No, I wouldn't. That's a bad idea.
Okay. Thanks. Number 3.
I'm here with Garrett, who's going to tell us about his bad piercing
I got my
experience.
nipples pierced.
Do you regret it?
Oh yeah, that hurt.
What sort of thoughts led up to that decision?
Hey, let's pierce my nipples. Sounds like a good idea. It wasn't.
About how long did it hurt?
I think I took it out after 2 days. I was like, nope.
All right, would you do it again?
Nope. I'd get like my ears pierced or like my nose. That's about it.
Okay. Hi, I'm here with Jenna, and she's going to tell us about her bad piercing experience. So, what is your bad piercing experience?
I got my belly button pierced and I got it pierced twice. The first time it got ripped out and the second time it rejected.
Do you think it would have gone better if you had gotten it professionally done?
Nah, Danielle did it. She did A1. Well, the first time my sister did it, so probably it would have been better if I. But the second time Danielle did it, and she did a pretty good job.
Okay, do you regret it? Do you regret getting it pierced at all?
Nah, I'd do it again all over.
My name is Jasmine, and I'm here in the daycare with Amy Kaufman. We're going to ask her a few questions about the daycare that people have had. How much does it cost to put a child in the daycare?
We charge $321 a week for full-time students, and then it's $87.60 a day if you're part-time. If your child is here less than 5 hours, we charge $12 per hour.
Is the daycare open to anyone or just staff and students of ALC?
We mostly have staff and students of ALC, but we are open to anyone if we have space available.
Do the kids have to be a certain age to be in the daycare?
We take children from 6 weeks through 33 months.
And then are the kids all in one room or are they separated by ages?
We have 2 different rooms. This main room is an infant/toddler room, so we can have older kids in with the other kids, but most of the time we separate them and the toddlers go to their own room in the back. That's ages 16 months through 32 months.
All right. Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. So we're here with Isabel and Maximus. We're gonna ask them a few questions about how the daycare has helped her. And so, how has the daycare benefited you? I've been able to go to school and come see them at the same time, so I'm able to get my education and still take care of them. Has school for you been easier or harder with them being in the daycare? It has been easier because I don't have to worry about it because I know he's safe in here and I can still do what I can do. Do you like having him in here? Yes, I do. It's a good environment and social interaction. You can learn social interaction before he starts preschool. All right. Thank you. I'm here with Mr. Zebart to ask him some questions that we have about the daycare. Why do we have a daycare?
Well, we have a daycare because we have students that are parents, and we want to be able to provide daycare for their children so that they don't have to miss school. So it's really about, they have a baby, we want to remove the barrier of daycare so that they can get their high school education. It's even more important now that they are parents that they have a high school diploma.
What does having a daycare mean to our students?
Well, I think it means a lot to a lot of different people. I think if you talk to the people that are parents in our building that have children in the daycare, I think they're grateful and thankful for the support and for the opportunity to bring their children to school so they can be in school. But I also believe it means a lot to the whole community of the ALC because there's students that might work in there. There's students that might be assigned in there during a certain class period during the day. So I think it has a lot more opportunities for a lot more students than just the parents in the building.
Cool. Thanks, Mr. Zebart.
You're welcome.
Back to you at C103 News. Boom.
What is GTI and how did it start?
It started as Miss Sloan and I wanted to be able to offer some truly alternative type programming and be hands-on and allow students to apply the things that they've learned in classes to real life scenarios in the way that adults are expected to use them in real life.
Who gets involved? Is it only ALC? Like different businesses? Do they know about it?
Yeah, we have a ton of community partners. A lot of people are really excited about what we're doing out here. And there's also a couple of other schools within the Rochester Public School District that are doing school gardens as well. But we donate our produce that's left over to the Salvation Army. We get grant funding from public health and lots of other places. And Miss Sloan and I go and speak to a bunch of other places because people are excited to hear about what we're doing. And then the class itself and our students have been honored with awards from things like Rochester Public Utilities for their environmental stewardship and just really getting recognized for the good things they're doing.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys do in the summer program as far as helping the community?
Yeah, so that's really where the fun starts to happen because that's when the garden is in full swing. So we take care of the garden and we go out and sell our produce and we really incorporate whatever it is that a student needs to work on in science and English, and we try to build some relationships with the math team and also with Apex to build community within the school itself, but you can earn a lot of credit in a short amount of time during that summer.
So what kind of things do you plant, and if so, like with the things you plant, do you put them in the foods class?
Yeah, so a lot of the stuff we try to have things that are ready to be picked and used during when school is in session, so that we can incorporate it into the school lunches, into the foods class, and also just give it to you guys to take home for whoever wants it to bring home to their families as well.
Who decides what you guys plan? Is it a class decision, or tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the students decide. So we kind of pick some general things that as having households ourselves, what we know we use a lot, but then the students also did market research to pick other produce that goes in there, and then they also knew based on research about last year what sold well, what people enjoyed eating, then what it is they wanted to have more of or try differently this year.
Where would you like to see your project of the ALC? Where would you like to see that go?
We would love to see every class engaged in the garden in some way. So it could be economics through selling produce, and math is, like I said, working on the area and perimeter, but expanding that. We'd love to see some art or the aesthetics community really bringing those sculpture and public art pieces into the garden, or however
students and teachers think that they could involve themselves in the garden, we would love it. We would love to have a total school-wide involvement.
So, like, what would you say? What would be some of your advice to the students about, kind of helping out in your environment further? What can I do, or what can they do for just future reference for helping their community?
Yeah, so we hope to have some projects coming up next year that work towards zero waste. So we want to start composting food, and that's something that you can easily do at home. Food and garden waste and compost those things. Recycling is a huge thing that you can do, and growing your own food so you know it's fresh, it's local, and it's organic.
Welcome to another version of Z60. Today's topic, end of third quarter, start of fourth quarter. End of third quarter is coming quickly. Students must hustle and bustle in order to get their grades to passing so that we can move forward and earning credit. Fourth quarter starts, there'll be lots of changes, lots of new faces, lots of people changing programs, either from day school to night school, or a success lab to day school or to night school. So the thing I ask is that everybody be patient, warm, welcoming, and friendly, as you'll have new faces in your classes and people that will be joining you in different programs. So make it a strong end of third quarter and a welcoming start of the fourth quarter. Thanks.
Thanks, Mr. Z, for your words of wisdom.
And now for some highlights from first annual ALC basketball tournament.
In there! He's got the boat. He's a friend of mine, Another one? Nice!
Day school took the L, but night school took the win, but at least ALC came out on top. Thanks for watching the C103 News. We'll see you after spring break. This one's so dumb.